Hi, and welcome to question 9 of the 2024 Junior Cert Higher Level Maths paper. So this question here is coordinate geometry, and let's read through it. Okay, so the coordinate diagram below shows a line segment AC. So we see A drawn as far as C, and the points 4 on the X, 1 on the Y. So let's just acknowledge that. 4 on the X, 1 on the Y. Okay, and then the other point P, 3 on the X, 3 on the Y. Okay, so that's cool. Part A says write down the coordinates of the point A and the point C. So let's deal with A first. So it always goes X and then Y. Well, the X value here is -1, and the Y value here is 1. Now, point C is the same thing. Okay, it's X first and then Y. So the X value beneath here is 5. The Y value over here is 4. So that's it. So nice handy question, as long as you remember that it goes X first, then Y. Okay, so that's that. Now the next part here says B part 1. D is a point. Now it's not not shown on the diagram. So D is the image of the point B under central symmetry in the point P. So central symmetry will go through it. Okay, so it'll go map onto this point and then on the same distance again. So it should end up there. That's it. I probably should have finished reading the question and make sure I do, because I have a very bad habit of misreading the questions. Plot and label the point D on the diagram above. Join the points A, B, C, and D to form a quadrilateral. So I would have lost marks if I just jumped on. So I'm going to join these. Now I should use a ruler, but I'm writing on a tablet, so it's harder. Okay, that's that. Now I'll push on. So the next one, part 2, part 2 says, Kate says the quadrilateral ABCD. So let's just redraw that. Quadrilateral is not a parallelogram. Now it gives us a direct thing to do. Find the length of AB. So these bars mean the length of, or what might be more familiar is distance. So the second I see that, I go, well, distance formula. So I might as well have it on the page, and that will help me decide when or if I want to use it. Okay, so it's in the maths tables in the coordinate geometry section. So find the length of AB and CD and use these values to explain why Kate is correct. Okay. Well, now in a parallelogram, opposite sides are of equal length. Okay. So if we find the length of AB, okay, and it's different than the length of CD, which it looks like it is, okay, then it's not parallelogram. So let's get stuck in. So the point A, okay, is -1, -1. The point B is 4, 1. So I have an X value and a Y value, and another X value and another Y value. Now it doesn't matter which one I call which, but I'm going to call this my first X, my first Y, my second X, my second Y. And you'll see up here with the formula, I'm going to put the numbers in the right place. Now I'm going to use the full screen. Okay, so x2 is 4. Take away. Now x1 is a negative number, and I always want to put a negative number in brackets. And that's squared. Okay, so I'm just swapping the number for the letter. So 4 instead of x squared, -1 instead of x1. But I put the negative number in brackets. Okay, and then the next one then is y2 is 1. Take away. Now the negative number of y1 is -1, so let's put that in brackets as well, and then my square. So I've just copied everything over from the formula, but replaced the letters with the numbers. Now you could add in brackets here in every number, like sub everything in brackets. Now once I get to here, this can go to the calculator, but I'm just going to do it by hand, because 4 take away -1 is the same thing as 4 plus 1. 1 take away -1 is the same thing as 1 plus 1. That becomes 5 squared plus 2 squared is the square root of 29. Now again, you could go straight to the calculator and go straight to the answer here. Now I'm going to go straight to the answer in the notes because I've done that here for AB. And the exact same thing. Okay, so I wrote out my 2 points, labeled them first X, first Y, second X, second Y, and then substituted them into the formula. Okay. Now there's no negative numbers if you'll notice here, so I didn't need to put any of them in brackets. Okay. Put it through the calculator and I got the answer square root of 13. Now in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal in length, but the distance of AB, square root of 29, is not equal to the square root of 13. I probably should have put in there, therefore not parallelogram. I should have put that in. And that's it. Okay, so I think that's the end of question 9. So as always, if you want to copy the notes I'm working off, just send me an email at shanetroy@gmail.com. Like and subscribe to get access to more playlists. And see you on question 10.